tip-off. It's Miami. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside. Dang with the bucket.
You always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
The Warriors, guys, with the acquisition of Andre Iguodala, possesses one of the elite starting fives, I think, in the NBA.
Yeah, and the numbers prove that, Kevin. Their starting five was right there near the top of the league in terms of efficiency. And, you know, the big thing is just getting the bench more involved and trying to get more continuity with that second unit.
Chalmers with it. Wade up top. And it's Dang in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Dang's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. One player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot up Jay and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
All right, Doris. Now here's Thompson. Following the miss by Chris Bosh. Lee kicks to Iguodala. Feeds it to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Wide open. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Bogut against Dang. The dish to Chalmers. He kicks it to Wade. 6 on the shot clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, the way Wade played early on his career, guys, how aggressively he attacked the rim and sacrificed his body, you knew that kind of play style would not last. And so, Steve, it looks like maybe he's adjusted a bit.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Kevin. He's become more cerebral. He's also, you know, in terms of attacking the rim, doesn't happen as frequently, but he picks his spots.
And with Wade still getting to the hoop, you know, a lot of it, as you said, comes from his ability to keep defenders guessing with that really remarkable pump fake Wade has. It's hard not to go for it.
Both free throws good from Wade.
And Wade really has one of the best pump fakes in the game right now, perhaps one of the best in league history. Defenders keep biting on it, even knowing how he likes to get in the lane.
Now, here's Thompson. Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. Bogut kicks to Curry. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern. Repeated ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him to such a bargain extension. But when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player.
Miami no good on that time either. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Thompson. The 3. The shot will not go. And Miami the other way now. Dang goes in. Outside Bosh. From the arc. And he gets it to go. Bosh has got himself going with the triple. His first basket of the game.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Lee, a screen on Chalmers. There's the 3. Curry shot is off.
And no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Now here's Wade. Chalmers with the screen for Dang. Here's McRoberts. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Lee, a screen on Chalmers. Curry passes it to Lee. Here's Bogut. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
And a closer look.
Point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up. Well, Andrew Bogut possesses really great size and above-average athleticism, but I really think it's his basketball IQ that sets him apart. He's got outstanding instincts, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. He has 5. That's good. Curry's got 7 points. The Heat have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Bosh heads the pick for Wade. Bosh against Bogut. And McRoberts kicks to Chalmers. And the 3 off target.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
Now here's Wade after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Now Wade. Bosh, a screen on Curry. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. And the shot is good. Lee's got his first bucket in this one.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Here's Dang. Here's Bosh. And it's sent back by Bogut. Back to Curry. Lee sets a screen for Curry. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. The Heat leading by 5. To the right side. Here's Bosh. That doesn't go either for Bosh.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Left side Curry, and there's the pass to Thompson. Lee, a screen on Chalmers. Thompson dishes to Lee. The layup off target. Miami's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. Pass to McRoberts. Kicks it to Chalmers. Dishes it to Wade. And it's Dang in the corner. And it's Dang again missing. Warriors trail by 5. Curry passes to Bogut. Curry against Chalmers. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Clock at 6. And again, no good by Golden State. There were a lot of great things Steve accomplished last year by the Heat, both on offense and defense, but at times people would overlook that defense.
Well, they played tremendous defense. I mean, maybe not as consistently as they have in the past, but, you know, to be as good as they were, you have to be great defensively, and I think sometimes that goes underappreciated.
Well, it wasn't a textbook pick, but he still managed to score. good concentration on the finish.
Thompson outside. Outside Curry. Takes a three. That's good. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
You know, the numbers don't really jump out at you, pop at you regarding the Heat's defense last year, but, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily what you do, but when you do it. And the Heat were pretty good at getting big stops when they needed to.
Here's Dang. Banked in off the glass. He has 7.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. Lee dishes to Thompson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, a lot of the Heat's numbers might be skewed because they played a lot of high-scoring games at a high tempo. Better believe they're tough defensively.
Timeout called, the Heat. Looking at David Lee, you know, guys, the one thing that really stands out about him, and there's a lot, but very well-rounded offensive game.
Well, he's so mobile. He's an ambidextrous finisher around the rim. He can step out and hit that mid-range jumper. You know, the ability to use both hands kind of reminds me of you, Kevin, how you sometimes hold the mic in your left hand, sometimes with the right.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah, one thing about Steve, he is observant. You know that. He doesn't miss much.
Here's Granger after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Here's Napier from outside off the mark. Warriors trail by 4. Left block shot on the way, and the shot is long.
And David Lee is great playing off the ball in the pick and roll. He really is one of the very best at that particular skill. He can put it on the deck, handles it in many ways like a guard in 6-7 dribble situations, and with his passion he can punish the defense for trying to help and double team him.
Now Green following the miss by Granger from deep. Barnes passes to Green. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you talk about Lee's versatility. He can score with his back to the basket or facing up. A real triple threat from the high post.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012, and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
And Green, more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc, but shot it really well in the playoffs last year. So just getting better and better every year.
And both free throws good for Green. And Green very vocal, very outspoken. He's occasionally rubbed, in fact, opponents the wrong way.
Yeah, never shy about contact either, Kevin. He can get under opponent's skin at times, but if he's your teammate, you love what he brings to the table.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boys.
Shooting for Miami.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but he's a quick scoring guard who the Heat bring in off the bench, not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. You know, still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami.
And that one's good. And the Heat lead by 4.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Here's Rush. And here's Barnes for 3. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
.132 left in the first quarter. Here's Napier. There's the feed to Cole. And it's Miami with another.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He feeds it to Barnes. And Rush kicks to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Speights has got his first points of the game.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
Here's Cole. Granger inside the line and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Danny Granger dealing with injuries over the last few seasons. His shooting percentages have waned, but we know what a clutch scorer he can be when he's right. Now feeling better, we're seeing some of that spring in his step.
And Granger 6'9" with a 7'2" arm span, a quick release 2 on that jumper.
He can be streaky, but he's a player who at one time, Kevin, averaged 26 points a game, and he can get his shot off in a hurry.
Well, Danny Granger in his prime, a 25-point-per-game scorer and an all-star, but knee troubles have conspired to hold him back over the last couple of seasons. You know, still an effective role player, but just not the star that he once was.
And you recall back in 2005, Danny Granger slipped to 17th on draft night because of concerns about his knee. He made it 7 seasons before that became a hindrance. Now he's trying to overcome it in the latter stages of his career. Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Cole. Granger dishes to Haslam. Granger right side. Here's Cole. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
Warriors trail by 4. Danny Granger out there with Hassel. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Norris Cole. And it's Napier in at the shooting guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with. That's good. Here's Cole. Pass to Granger. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Not a big surprise, but the Heat, Steve, were the best team in the East last year when it came to playing teams in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's not a shock at all because they have the most talent from the East, and I think only facing those clubs twice each, Miami was much more likely to be up for those games from an emotional standpoint.
He's off on the first.
You know, back to your point about the Heat in the West, they were the only East team to get 20 wins against the Western Conference.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson. Deng comes in for Udonis Haslem. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Napier. And then for Golden State, Lee comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Thompson in for Brandon Rush. And the second free throw, good.
And for a team in the East, that's often the real test of how good you are. Of course, that wasn't really a question for the Heat, as they were always regarded as the team to beat last year in the NBA.
Here is Livingston. On the wing, Thompson. Wade is covering. Livingston passes to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. That one rolling around and rims out.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, great effort. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Josh McRoberts has checked in for Danny Granger. Golden State also making some changes. Iguodala comes in for Green, and Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Warriors trail by 3. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, Steph Curry's such an incredible outside shooter. He makes impossible shots look easy. Draymond Green said he expects those shots to go in. He said, I'm, quote, amazed when he doesn't make it. Nonetheless, it's still amazing. I guess that's a contradiction. I'm used to seeing it, but it never gets old. Kevin, I bet we can agree with that.
No doubt, Doris. One of the best shows in basketball. Thank you. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball. Iguodala kicks to Curry. They double-team Curry. And here are the Warriors now. Shot clock at 6. Barnes dishes to Curry. And again, no good by... Second quarter play with around 2 minutes gone so far. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. Outside Curry. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now here's Dang. He has 7. Back to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Golden State. Outside Curry.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc, but last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
And for Curry improving his driving ability. He already had the handies, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. And he not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strength.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Stolen by Wade. He dishes it to Chalmers. Bosch, a screen on Thompson. Now, here's Chalmers. It's Bosch with the drive. Clock at 6. Here's Wade. Second chance shot. Bosch can't get it to go.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got 15. And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. but the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning, some of that is the new CBA, but regardless, I mean, they've doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000, and they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
Here's Thompson following the score by Luol Deng. Curry setting the pick for Lee. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, David Lee, a 2-time All-Star. Over the past 5 seasons, he's averaged about 19 points and over 10 boards a game. Impressive numbers.
And David Lee, so consistently productive, and yet he's had his critics.
Well, I think part of it is because people tend to focus on what guys can't do sometimes instead of all the things they do. And David Lee gives you consistent production as a scorer, as a finisher, and he's an underrated passer as well. And you know what you're going to get from him every time he steps between those lines. Great effort and pretty consistent production.
And so David Lee nails them both.
They've done better at the line this quarter. Right now, they're at a good percentage.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Wade against Thompson. Deng passes to Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Thompson. Dwayne Wade last season drawing motivation from Kevin Durant. Durant said that his former teammate James Harden had passed Wade as one of the top 10 players in the league.
Yeah, and Wade, vowed to make Durant respect his place in history. Durant said, hey, don't tell me, show me. And some back and forth before the season even began between the two stars. Very interesting.
And Wade, as with all great players, has tremendous pride, and he's dealt with knee problems. As he's dealt with his knee problems, he's listened for those doubters who say he's too old, too injured, too slow to be a factor. And I wouldn't be surprised if those words have been used as motivation by Dwayne Wade.
And both free throws good.
Wade strategically last season, he sat out a lot of back-to-back games trying to keep him healthy. One thing's for sure, when he's on the court, he's still one of the best in the game.
Now here's Curry. 15 points in the game. Lee outside. Charity stripe shot. Stolen by Bosch. Chalmers against Curry. Wade outside. Feeds it to Bosch. That one off the back iron and out. The Warriors leading. Curry kicks to Bogut. Back to Curry. To the left wing. Free throw line jump shot. The shot is off. And Miami the other way now. Nick Roberts dishes to Chalmers. Bosch sets the pick for Chalmers. He kicks to Bosch. Looking to get it going. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Chris Bosch, in some ways, has been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complementary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
And Chris Bosch posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. It would become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
And the Heat call time here. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
It's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker. You don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
And here is Chalmers after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And here is Chalmers. From deep three-point range, the Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Chalmers against Curry. And he's going up for the alley-oop. But they'll get another chance. Thompson inside the line. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bosh heads the pick for Chalmers. There's the dish to McRoberts. There's a good screen. Wade passes to Chalmers. Dang gets a wide open look. Good on the triple. Dang's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. They double-team Curry. Passes it to Iguodala. Kicks it to Thompson. And the pass to Curry. Wade brings the double team. Misses off the left iron.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Lee with the steal. By himself. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Yeah, that's right. So you push it. That's the best opportunity for points on the break. This lead, I think, is headed north.
So it's Miami now. The Warriors making the shot. Back to Chalmers. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, Mario Chalmers, coming into last season, made a bet with Ray Allen about how much each could slim down and get in peak shape. Seemed to pay dividends for Chalmers in particular, who had probably the best season of his NBA career.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosh. Haslam comes in for Josh McRoberts. Danny Granger is checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Lee. And it's Rush in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Iguodala. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Curry can't get it to go.
And Chalmers really not the quickest point guard in the league, but he has active hands defensively and pretty good feet. And those takeaways help get the Heat out in the open court, which certainly plays to their strengths.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Granger. 6 to shoot. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
And Chalmers, more of a role player for the Heat. Not a huge playmaker, Steve, but he can knock down open threes.
Yeah, he's an efficient scorer, and his passing has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. He's a perfect role player for Miami because he can guard opposing point guards extremely well and then slide off the ball when Wade has it.
Wade kicks to Haslam. Napier passes to Haslam. Here's Napier. It's stolen by Green. Dishes to Spates. And Rush kicks to Curry. Spates sets a screen. On the wing, it's Iguodala. 4 on the clock. They kick it out to Green. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Anderson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
I agree, and great offense, too. A lot of three-point shots right from the beginning. This team seems to have the touch tonight.
And the Heat making a change here. Cole's checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Steph Curry. And both free throws good for Anderson.
Miami Heat, a terrific organization from top down. And one thing you notice with these top teams, there's so much continuity. And you talk about that consistent continuity, so important. From the coaches to the front office, they know who they are, what they're about, and how to put players in position to win the ultimate prize.
Green dishes to Barnes. Another three for Golden State.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Napier passes to Granger. Fades and shoots. That's good. Granger's got 5 now.
And when you look at the Heat, you say they're a development team because of luxury taxes and the like. You have to find players with upside and coach them up. We saw that last year with Greg Oden and Michael Beasley.
And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
The feed to Granger. Pass to Napier. Back to Granger. Jacks up a 3. And again, Miami with the triple. And even Clark, with the departure of LeBron this past offseason, you saw many free agents still look to play for the Heat. They're definitely doing something right there.
Yeah, you know, they lost LeBron, who went home, but it wasn't an easy decision for LeBron. Bosh decided to stay, and they had several other free agents go out of their way to play in Miami.
Spates kicks to Barnes. He feeds it to Livingston. And the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Here's Cole. And no good trying to get that one. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Warriors ahead, up 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Coach, at what end of the floor are you guys looking to make adjustments for in this second half?
Well, on both ends. Decision-making offensively with the turnovers, got him out of the open court, got him some easy ones, and we have to settle into our games. Defensively, try to disrupt them a little bit. It's been way too easy for us.
Eric, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.